Oh, this is so much fun already.
Yeah.
Back on the airship.
Back in the saddle again.
So, okay, I'm gonna advance the story a little bit now.
Finally.
Remember the story, everyone?
Oh, God, it's been ages.
Yeah, So, I was just talking about 8 on the last part. With the live stream, I just did part 5 a couple days ago. And each part is like 2.5 to 3.5 hours. And not counting all the other stuff, like, to fly through a game that quickly is pretty crazy to look back on, like, the playlist way of seeing it, you know? It's like, wow, I really did a game that, like, I used to spend just my free time while in college, like, replaying this game. Because, like, well, what else am I going to do? Before, so you guys got to understand, listeners, before, like, trophies and achievements came along, like, why wouldn't you just replay the same one game over and over again until you get bored of it?
Of course.
I mean, you do that now, but... Riku.
What was that about evil Albed?
Damn the Albed.
I do not understand it myself.
Did I tell you about my plan if I have a big enough house to get 2 other cats and name them Lulu and Riku?
Yep, there you go.
Like, but then if I do that, I gotta buy 4 dogs and name them after the guys, and that's gonna be a crowded situation.
Nah, it's fine. Just get a ranch.
Yeah.
I worry what will become of Yevon. But no.
Gotta go expose that religious zealotry.
Yeah. This is not the first
On this
or the
rock.
last time Final Fantasy has attacked this notion.
On this rock, I'll build my church.
I shall arrange an audience.
They kind of do it even so back in the first one with the whole thing with Garl. It's like, I will become a god. Like, you essentially killed God.
How many times do you do that in Final Fantasy games, really?
We do it in this one.
Yep.
We fight. Are you familiar with the trope, the giant space flea from nowhere?
No.
Where it's like, this creature has no business being in the story. It appears, like, it's usually like a boss or something, but it's just like this big thing that doesn't. It's sort of similar to the big-lipped alligator moment,
Oh, yeah.
where it's like it just happens for nowhere. There's no context to it. There's nothing leading up to it or after it, and it's never mentioned again. So in 9, you kind of fight the spirit of death.
Great.
And it's like, I am eternal, you've not beaten me. And then it, like, goes back to the end of the game where, you know, like, okay, back at the final battlefield now.
Yeah, so we killed Unalesca. It's no big deal.
Yeah. 7 is kind of like that.
And, like, in 6, you kind of defeat God.
Yeah.
You defeat Clown Jesus.
6 is so good.
You ruined my whole operation.
I gotta go see another one of the Distant World concerts when those become a thing again.
Yeah.
And I'm paying for the premium ticket to meet Uematsu, I swear. I must meet this man. You're getting poked. You better do something.
You having fun?
Has lost its only hope. Destruction.
Man, Orin.
Or
Let me tell you,
edgy boy, as usual.
everyone likes Orin. He might be like one of the most beloved characters.
And he's over 25, so that means he's
Yeah.
ancient.
Yeah, yeah.
Lady Unalesca also mentioned
It's
him.
that RPG trope where, like, everybody is super young, except for the guy who is, like, maybe 25, is, like, a grizzled war captain.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's always the guy, and I don't know if you're anything like. I was actually gonna ask you this just in like the context of writing, but if you're anything like me, you know these tropes and things exist for a reason because they're useful and easy to do, and
Sure.
that's the way to tell a story. But like, I personally always see friends,
Oh, whoops.
certain groups of friends. Bye. As like, this isn't.
rotten son of a Shoopuf.
This is their role in the party. Very much like D&D, where it's like, I see, like, if our universe was real, I mean, we all made our character, but, like, based on our RL personalities, like, I think I would be very similar to the character I'm playing now. Just like a big armored boy with a big old axe. And that's about the extent of it.
Yeah.
And just I think I said to you a few times before, like, I always see, like, you and Dave as, like, the central protagonists of the story.
I feel like I would be the
You would be, like, the Turk to his JD, I feel like.
maybe.
Or it's like you're a main character, but...
I'd be like the spellcaster with the soul of a barbarian. Like, I love doing tank damage, but I would not be good at tank damage.
No, I mean, I'm just not even just keeping it in that kind of realm. I'm like also saying in like other stories, like every team has, you know, their leader, the second in command who usually questions the leader and is usually like a hard ass.
The goof off.
I can look at this tapestry, this Digimon tapestry right now, and like you can kind of tell who everyone is just by looking, you know. Like it's kind of the thing.
A very long
You
time
got the
has
free
passed
spirit
since
up
your
there in
father
the top left.
Yeah.
We may not be able to
That's
keep
actually something. I'm gonna ask you that after this part's done to see, because
Try it if there's a chance.
please.
Yes, you must.
What are you doing?
I'm glad you're doing this.
So like, it's weird because like Yuna
Truly.
is super nice, but like she's sort of apprehensive
Right?
about Captain right now, and I'm not sure why. Like, it has been a while. Like in her time span, it's probably been years.
Well,
She's a young adult now,
Well,
so I feel like I met her as preteen Yuna, and I've helped raise her into a fine young lady.
There you go.
Apparently, she was super sweet at the vet's place too, and way back in January now.
fight you, Yevon.
yes.
Defeat you, yeah.
If you defeat Yu Yevon,
Blasphemy.
it will end. Tell me, what do you know about Yu Yevon?
He's what makes Sin come back.
Come lay in your bed.
Is his armor. It
I bought it for you.
Yu
gotta
Yevon
use it.
was once a summoner long ago.
This place probably looks a little different. I put a lot of more shit on the walls and kind of tried to change it around.
Only to summon.
Like
He is neither good nor evil. He is awake.
that tapestry was really like I was like, okay, I gotta figure out where to put this.
Right.
I didn't know. It could go like there were 3 sizes bigger too. So like what the fuck?
Because we're ending it.
There is an interesting one they made of like
Yes.
these characters back in like season 1.
Even if you
Just to give you some perspective, like this season happened 20 years after season 1.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yevon will join
like they're, you know, middle school age then. And it's like, that would be nice to have like a beginning and end type of thing going on, but... What are you doing? Are you trying to unplug cords? I'm questioning you. We'll put you in the Via Purifico, just like in the game.
But
We're in
you
the
know
war
there is
dump
no
currently.
such thing as eternity
Yeah.
if you end.
I mean, it's an interesting... They always cover this topic too, like
Yu
like,
Yevon lives
ponderances of existence.
Yeah.
funeral.
Which is kind of cool. Like, who am I really? Like, the whole thing from 7 is, you know...
We will help
I should play through that again and record it at some point, but...
summon us.
I'll be honest, with my playthrough of 7, I had the cheats and stuff on,
Oh, okay.
where it's just like, always limit break. Because you have to grind you have to grind special attacks to get new special attacks. It's like, I don't like this at all. But I got used to the equip system,
Our dream.
because you can exploit the hell out of that.
Our dream
RPG hot take.
will vanish.
I think if you have to grind in an RPG,
You've been dreaming a long
it's
time,
not a good RPG.
haven't you?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I would agree with that. Not that you should have to grind, but that's not for you. Not that you have to grind, but if it is required, it should be minimal, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, where grinding only helps you in the end. Like, this game, it teaches you how to do your sphere grid and everything. Okay, you sped it up, dang. How the fuck do I do? Probably under video, right? Oh, playback speed. Normal speed.
Alright.
She doesn't understand computers, but she's lovely, so it's okay.
I'm afraid the Grand Maester is nowhere to be
I
found.
can't find that Grand Maester anywhere.
We were just leaving.
Yeah, we're gonna blow this popsicle stand.
I guess we'll just be out of here then.
Yeah, you're probably pretty busy, so we'll be seeing you.
Hey, good idea.
Just come to your town and wreck everything, and then leave.
As many people as you can.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
Save the city.
A ship in the sky will sing.
Never even really watched SpongeBob, but I appreciate the memes.
We need everyone to sing
SpongeBob
along.
is like the pinnacle of meme culture somehow. I don't know
Yeah.
how that
I'm
happened.
not sure I understand.
Do you know what's really weird? Is like,
Just tell
now this is like, I don't know if this is nostalgia or just like going through the ages, but it's like our parents and that generation
everyone should sing
are
along,
like
correct?
memeing now too,
Yeah.
and it's kind of weird.
They have their.
It started with like the Minions memes,
Yeah.
but now it's like
That's
Brad-
the left can't meme and the right can't meme and all this. Like people always bring politics and shit into it, and this has gotten weird.
Yeah. Go with what the cool kids are doing and make
Yeah.
oversaturated pictures of spooky things. And then put the caption, "Me and the boys at 3 a.m. looking for beans." Because that's funny. It's so relatable.
Like whatever the popular trend is, follow it. And that actually, again, it's something I was going to say out of video, but it's okay to bring up. But it's, I feel too like,
All those teachers.
I don't know like how long ago I should have realized this, probably a couple years.
We'll be bringing
But,
a new calm, one that will last
Not being like, feeling like 32 now, I feel like I'm, well, I mean, that's my age, but I feel that age too. So it's like I'm finally out of like the age of what's like, this is what the cool kids are doing. Like when you're like, and your teenage years to like your late 20, like to like 28 or 29, like you are the cool in crowd that like society is kind of following with. But now it's just like, I was already out of times with like a lot of things like pop music and everything. So it's like, I don't even have to worry about it now. Like just be cool in your own way. Not that I ever really worried about that to begin with, but it just is like, so far as having my much younger siblings, it's like they're the cool kids now.
I used to be then they changed what it was.
It's
and
true.
now I'm no longer with it.
I'm sorry, Michaela. I'm sorry. I always share Simpsons memes, but it applies. It's everyday life, you know.
Apparently, she gets a notification every single time.
She shared it. And she's like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "I have no idea. I'm so sorry."